The MLB hot stove is finally on fire in day, I think, 3 of winter meetings. The first news of the day, obviously, Kyle Schwarber re-signing with the Phillies. 5 years, $150 million. Now, I'll be honest, I'm nowhere near a Phillies fan, but especially after seeing that Abbott Elementary episode, I'm not going to lie. Schwarber had to stay in Philly. They obviously needed him. I didn't want to see him go to Mets or telling me this gimmick with the Pirates. No. No. Schwarber, Bryce Harper, yeah, they deserve to be longtime Phillies. Now, the other thing we got to talk about here, Edwin Diaz left the New York Mets to join the Los Angeles Dodgers. They instantly replaced Tanner Scott, who just, to be nice, just was not good last year with the Dodgers. Signed 4 years, $72 million. You know, he wasn't on the playoff roster. He blew 10 saves. He just wasn't good at all. And they get arguably the best closer in all of Major League Baseball. The only guy really rivaling him is Mason Miller, who confirmed will be a reliever in this upcoming season. 3 years, $69 million. Nice for Edwin Diaz. The Mets offer was reportedly, according to Joel Sherman, 3 years, 66. So he instead joins the back-to-back World Series champion, LA Dodgers. And now the New York Mets closer is Devin Williams. I was a Yankees fan. You know, Devin Williams struggled immensely in the closer role last season, and, you know, he really saw most of his success come towards the end of the season, and especially in that setup role. You know, he got his starting closer job taken from Luke Weaver, and then later by David Bednar, and, you know, he still has to prove that he can pitch under the bright lights in the closing role in New York, and, you know, there's no doubt in my mind that I think he'll have minimum a sub 3.5 ERA. He's a really good pitcher. His strikeout stuff is elite. It's just, you know, can he, you know, generate riffs on his changeup? Can he command the strike zone better? And can his fastball maybe improve? We'll see. But Edwin Diaz, you are a Los Angeles Dodgers. Mets fans, how do you guys feel about this? According to the Passon, setting an AAV record for relievers, over 23 a year. Now, I did see somebody say there was wiggle room for the Mets up in their offer, and they didn't, and the offer had deferrals, and this, that, and the third. Obviously, we know he just opted out 5 years, 102, and this, that, and the third. But Mets fans, any ill will toward Diaz, you know, he's been, you know, in the beginning, he was Ed Luz Diaz, been everything you could have asked for more, outside of the struggles early on and the torn patellar tendon in the 2023 WBC, where she missed the entire season. Before that, he had like a sub 1.8 ERA, 50% strikeout rate in 60 innings. Like, that's just absurd. But Dodgers, are they ruining baseball or what? I mean, as a big market fan, I can't really say they are. You know, obviously every team can't spend like this. They don't have the TV deals, but they all have their owners, so they can all spend this money, but they can't spend it. You know, they don't have like, yeah. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to the Dodgers ownership, though. Y'all got it. But Edwin Diaz, Dodger, circling back to Schwarber, you know, just hit 56 homers, you know. One of the best pure hitters in all of Major League Baseball. Takes his walks, but he's just a pure DH. So, again, he just seemed like a perfect fit for the Phillies, you know, the Dodgers. I didn't hear about the Dodgers. I was there for Shohei Ohtani, but I'm talking about the Red Sox, the, again, Pirates gimmick, and things of that nature as well, but also the Mets. But, yeah, what happens with this is Pete Alonso coming back to the Mets. Who knows? Devin Williams, you're the new closer with the Metropolitans, and they're going to go out and look for a Robert Suarez, a Pete Fairbanks, anything of that nature. We'll see how that all transpires. But, yeah, Edwin Diaz is a Dodger. Kyle Schwarber is a Philadelphia Philly. And the winter meetings are finally on fire. Shout out to, like, Mike Soroka and Steven Mass, but we needed some big-time news, and we finally got it. There we go.